Class 8 English. Book name An Alien Hand. Chapter number 4, The Cop and the Anthem. Good morning, students. So today we will start our chapter in Alien Hand, that is The Cop and the Anthem. So before starting the chapter, I want to know, do you understand what does the word cop mean? Yes, cop means police. So this is a story of a man who is very lonely and who is homeless. He is not having home, and with all the atmosphere he come to know that the winter is coming and he is not having the home in which he can live. So something he planned, how he planned to spend his winter. Every year he used to does the same thing. Okay, now we will start. A homeless man. He used to live in a park in Madison Square. He could see signs such as birds begin to fly to south. People wanted new warm coats. A dead leaf fell on his feet. So this person is not having home. He is homeless man and he used to live in a park. The park is situated in Madison Square, and mostly there is a seat in the park, and that seat is his home. There he used to spend his night, and he came to know that the birds are flying to the eaves. People are just buying the warm clothes. That means the winter is coming, and now he become very he is in tension that how he will spend his winter. He decided that he needs to get into a prison for 3 months on Blackwell's island. Then he could get a bed every night and food there 3 months, and also be safe from cops. For years, Blackwell's island had been his home. So now when he was aware that the winter is coming, so he realized that he must went to a prison for 3 months, and it was Blackwell's Island. Meanwhile, every year he used to go there, done something mischief, so that the cop arrest him and put in the jail for the 3 months, and there easily he get the bed for the night to sleep and even the food to eat. So this year also he decided the same. So he made some plan, and what is his first plan? Soapy's first plan. Now Soapy's, who is Soapy? That homeless man. That means the name of that person is Soapy. Soapy's first plan was to have some good dinner at some fine restaurant. Then he would say that he had no money. A cop would be called. He would be taken to a judge. The judge would send him to prison for 3 months. He entered a restaurant. So what was the first plan? His first plan was just go in a very good restaurant, mostly where the riches come and have their dinner. He just go over there and had a food, and finally when the time comes to pay the bill, he will just say that I am not having any money. So just call the cop, just call the police, and police will arrest him and put in the jail. He think like this, and then he went to a restaurant. The best food and the best people in their best clothes appear there every evening. Luckily, the head waiter saw his broken old shoes while he was entering the restaurant. Actually, what happened in that restaurant, all the person who came to the restaurant was dressed very nicely. That means by appearance they are looking very rich people. So Soapy also dressed himself very nicely. But what happened, as soon as he wanted to enter in the restaurant. The head waiter saw him, and what he saw his broken shoes. ऊपर से नीचे तक तो he was up to date, but the shoes was broken. So the waiter recognized that he is not a correct person. So he just put that person out of the restaurant. Now, Soapy again entered another restaurant. He was able to get food. After that, he announced that he had no money. He himself requested the waiter to call the cop. Instant that the waiter threw him out of the hard street out. Thus, his first plan to reach the prison didn't work. So, secondly, he again entered in the restaurant. He got the entry. He had the good food. And after that, he just said that I am not having any money. Just call the police. But the waiter there didn't call the police, but he just threw him out on the street. So, the first plan of the Soapy was not succeed. He is not able to reach to the prison. So the first plan was failed, totally failed. Now Soapy again try for the other plan. Let's see what the other plan is. At a corner of 6th Avenue, there was a shop with the wide glass window. Soapy took a big stone and broke the glass. People came running. There was a cop also. Soapy admitted breaking the glass, but the cop's mind could not consider Soapy. So what happened? Secondly, what he did, there was a shop. That shop was completely made up of glass. He just took up a stone and broke the glass. So all the peoples were coming. What happened? Kya hua? And one cop, police was also standing. So Soapy सीधे उसके पास गया and he said that I have broken the glass. Now arrest me. But when Soapy said that this to the police कि arrest me, police was in dilemma कि ये ऐसे कैसे होगा कि जिसने तोड़ा भागने की वजह वो खुद आके बोल रहा है कि मैंने तोड़ा. Men who break window glasses do not stop here to talk to cops. They ran away as fast as they can. Thus, his plan of reaching the prison also failed. जो मैंने आपको बोला कि cop think that जो तोड़ता है वो तो फटाफट भाग जाता है. Then why this man is standing here after breaking the glass and saying कि just arrest me, I have done all these things. So the thing was not accepted by the cop and he just released the Soapy. So the second plan was also failed. Now he tried something else. A fear caught Soapy. No cop could arrest him. He thought of something else to try. He came to a cop standing in front of a big theater. He began to shout as if he had too much to drink. The cop turned his back on Soapy. He said to someone standing near him, "It's one of those college boys. He won't hurt anything. We have orders to let them shout." He was referring to Soapy as a college boy. So what happened when his second plan was failed? He think about the third plan. What he did, he just stand near a theater and start shouting because he thought he has saw that one cop was standing near the theater. He just start shouting and misbehaving like he has drunken. So the cop said to a person who is standing near them, कि I will not arrest this person. He is a college boy and there is an order not to arrest the college boy. Because वो कुछ protest कर रहे थे कि उन लोग चिल्लाएंगे और चले जाएंगे. They will not harm anybody and we are ordered not to arrest. That means cop has think that the Soapy is a college boy and his next plan is also failed. Now, Soapy was getting more and more restless. In desperation, he took away the umbrella of a man buying a newspaper. The man followed Soapy. He asked Soapy to give him back his umbrella. Soapy asked him to call the cops standing at the corner. So when all the plan was flop of Soapy, he was very desperated. He was restless. कि अब क्या होगा? If I will not go in prison, how will I spend my winter? So finally, a man was there who was buying a newspaper. Soapy just took the umbrella of that man and ran away. That man also followed Soapy. And then Soapy asked that I will not return your umbrella, just call a police over there, then I will return your umbrella. It turned out that man himself had stolen the umbrella, so he didn't call the cop. He offered to give it to Soapy. Soapy threw away the umbrella. So what happened? When Soapy just said to the man that I will not return your umbrella, just call the police, then only I will return. अब वो इंसान भी घबरा गया. Why? Because he is a thief and he has also stolen the umbrella from somebody else. तो अगर पुलिस को बुलाएगा तो वो भी फंसेगा. So he thought that he said that I am giving this umbrella to you, and he just vanished from there. Now again the plan of Soapy was not worked. So in anger, in gussa, he just threw that umbrella away. Now Soapy gave up all hopes of being arrested that day. He began to move towards the Madison Square. He was going home, although it was only a seat in the park. At a quiet corner, he stopped. So when all the plans of the Soapy was flopped, it didn't work, Soapy lost all the hopes. उसने सोचा अब कुछ नहीं हो सकता, and he was returning to his home. And where his home was, I told you earlier also, in a park. Only one seat is his home, where he used to spend his night. He was going over there. Okay? While walking through the street, he stopped at a quiet corner. There was his childhood home. Through one window, Soapy could see a soft light shining. That had been his living room. So when the Soapy was going to his house that is in park, one area he just stopped. Why he stopped? Because there was a house which was his childhood home, where he used to live when he was a child. So just seeing that house, he just stopped over there and he was just seeing his home. And what he saw, that from one window a soft light was shining, was coming out, and he recalled that this was his living room. Music that came from the roof held Soapy there. He thought of his childhood days with his mother, friends, and high hopes. So one music was coming from that room, and he just stopped over there, and he now thinking about his childhood, his mother, friends, and how active he was. He is having all hopes that he was a hard-working man, and he thought how I had become like this. There was a sudden and wonderful change in his soul. He realized how he had fallen. He saw the wasted times, his wrong desire, his dead hopes, and lost power of mind. That's when Soapy decided to fight. He could again find purpose in life. He decided to find work next day. So before standing near his house, he just realized that how he was working before, how he was a hard work person, and कैसे समय के साथ वो change हो गया है, and he is doing all the wrong thing, wrong desire was in it, and suddenly a wonderful change came over in his whole soul, and now he decided that he will not waste his time doing all this rubbish thing. He will work hard and earn his living from the next day. Now he want to become a good person. उसने सोचा अब कल से मुझे बहुत मेहनत करनी है, and I will work very hard. But just then Soapy felt a hand on his arm. It was a cow. He asked Soapy that what he was doing there. Full of his new strength, Soapy began to argue with him. The cop took Soapy with him. Next morning, the judge sentenced him to 3 months prison on Blackwell's island. So what happened? Suddenly he realized that some hand is on his arm, and what he saw that there is a policeman. Policeman asked him what he was doing, but he was in new strength, full of strength. He just arguing the policeman, the cop, and finally the cop arrested him and put in the jail for 3 months, where same place where the Soapy want to be, Blackwell's island. So we can say कि जब वो चाहता था, when he want to be in the prison for 3 months and he is doing all the rubbish thing, all the गलत things कि मैं ज़बरदस्ती जाना है, then the police is not arresting him. And when he want to become a good person, when he want to work hard, at the time the police has arrested him and put in the jail. आखिर उसकी इच्छा पूरी हुई, लेकिन he want to become a good man. So this is the story. Okay, have a nice time.